Quadratic equation sounds hard, huh? If you know the base and the formula, it will be easier for you to understand and solve the problem easily. So let's get started. So first, we have to know about the quadratic formula. So what are the quadratic formula? It's minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Later on the video, I will talk about where to find the b, a, and c. So I'll give you an example. For example, 6x squared minus 7x and minus 3 equals to 0. So how do we solve that problem? Usually, we just factorize it, but then in this case, we have 6 at the front. And if it doesn't have any number at the front, for example, it's just x squared, then you don't have to divide it into a, b, c, but in this case, we have to divide it. So A is the first one, or that a number that have the square. So let's just put it here, 6. B is usually the one that have x on it, which is minus 7. And then C, the one that doesn't have any x or anything, just a bare number, which is minus 3. So let's remember the formula. I'm gonna put it at the corner of the video. So it's minus b is minus 7 plus minus to the square root of b squared. The square root of b squared minus 7 squared minus 4a, that means 6, and c minus 3 divided by 2a, that means 6. 2 times 6. And then we only have to just simplify it. Minus 7 minus and minus 7 becomes 7, and plus minus. So minus 7 squared is 49 minus 4 times 6 times minus 3. So it's minus, and it will become plus. And then plus 72 divided by 12, which is 2 times 6. First, we added both of them. So 7 plus minus 2. What is 49 plus 72? It's 121 divided by 12. And then, let's move to another page. So it's 7 plus minus 11 divided by 12. So let's break it down, because it's plus and minus, we have to find it one by one. So first we're gonna find the plus one. So it's 7 plus 11 divided by 12, which the answer is 3/2. And the minus one is 7 minus 11 divided by 12 equals to minus 1 per 3. And that's basically how you define the first one. So at the beginning of the video, I talked about the factorized one. So I'm gonna make a question about it. For example, x squared minus x minus 4. So you only have to factorize the 4 to make it easier. So to do that, we have to factorize it, which is x plus 2 and x minus 2 equals to 0. So how do I find my plus 2 and minus 2? Because it's 4, we have to factorize it, which is only minus 2 and plus 2, which is 2 times 2 is 4. And then it's x plus 2 equals to 0, or it's x minus 2 equals to 0. So it's x equals to minus 2 and x equals to 2. So how do I find minus 2? To do that, the first one we have the plus. That means if it change, it would change to minus, and the second one is minus, then it would turn to plus. So let's remember this and the question. Put x equals minus 2 and x equals 2. And then remember the question. The question is f x equals to x squared minus x and minus 4. Remember the 4. And then we're gonna put it in a graph. And then let's put fx here. And then x equals to minus 2. So minus 2, we're gonna put it here. And then x equals 2, it's gonna be then here, for example. And minus 4 is gonna be here. We're just gonna make a line that would connects 3 of the numbers, and voila! That's how you do it, basically. So how do I do that? So we just follow the number, which is minus 2 to minus 4 and 2. And this is the thing, and that's the answer. So the second thing that I want to talk about is the word problem. The question is, a ball is shot into the air from the edge of a building 50 feet above the ground. Its initial velocity is 20 feet per second. The equation is minus 6t squared plus 20t plus 50 can be used to model the height of the ball after t seconds. About how long does it take for the ball to hit the ground? So the question is, how long does it take to hit the ground? So I'm assuming h is the height, so h equals to 0. Then to make it easier, I'm gonna change the t to x, so it's easier for you to understand. So first, we have to divide all of them by minus 2. So minus 16x squared divided by minus 2 is 8x squared. Because it's plus 20 divided by minus 2, then it would change to minus. So it's minus 10 and minus 25 equals to 0. So we're just going to divide it into A, B, C. A is 8, B is minus 10, and C is minus 25. So I'm going to put the formula at the corner of the video. And so it's minus 10, sorry, minus 10, the square root of minus 10 square minus 4, 8, and minus 25 divided by 2 times 8. 2 times 8. So minus and minus 10 equals, I forgot the plus minus between minus 10 and the square root. So 10 plus minus 100. 4 times 8 times minus 25 is 800 divided by 16. 900, the square root of 900 divided, the square root of 900 is 30. So 10 plus minus 30 divided by 16. So because it's plus and minus, then we have to find both of them. So first, we're gonna simplify it by the plus one, by the plus. All right. So 10 plus 30 divided by 16 equals to 40 so we're gonna simplify it by 8. So it's 5 per 2. And then we're gonna do the minus. So 10 minus 30 per 16 is, so first we're gonna count this. So it's minus 20 divided by 16. So it's gonna be minus 5 per 4. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you, Apriyan, for teaching us this topic, which is, I find it pretty interesting. And thank you. And good bye.